This is Crick Buzz Centre Stage with Adam Collins and Harsha Bhogle. We are back at Old Trafford ahead of the first semi-final tomorrow between the Men in Blue, India and New Zealand. Not a contest we necessarily expected, Harsha. Australia had to lose against South Africa here. India won up the road at Leeds on Saturday to make it possible, but it's a great draw for India.
It is. I mean, who thought it would be India, New Zealand? So there I'm sitting. Do I need to go to Birmingham? Do I need to go to Manchester? Carey hits a six. Birmingham. Oops, Carey gets out. Manchester. but yes, I think India would prefer to play New Zealand rather than play England without trying to make it as obvious as possible. But everyone that I meet thinks that India is going to beat New Zealand, but New Zealand have come to the semi-finals by right. They might have just about gotten, but they've come by right. As much as India have come by right, it should be a good game.
In terms of the logistics, only an hour down the road from Leeds to here, so
Yes,
it's actually worked out pretty well for India in that respect. They're coming in hot, aren't they? I mean, India have finished the back half of this tournament like a train, beating all the games. They lost to England, but as far as the last couple of games, they beat Bangladesh and Sri Lanka convincingly. 2 tons to Rohit Sharma, 5 for the World Cup. 5 for the World Cup. No one's ever done that before.
You want to keep saying that again?
He's got Tendulkar in his sight. Sachin Tendulkar's just waiting there from his 2003
correct.
tally, and Rohit Sharma should really overtake him tomorrow.
He should go past it. I think what helped India was the tough start. India got 4 tough teams at the start. I thought 6 points was good. We talked about it.
Yep.
India actually got 7 because of the washout against New Zealand. So India are ready to go into the teams with the fewer points in the second half. So you're right, India have steamed their way in. New Zealand have scratched their way in. But hang on, both are here already. And New Zealand, I think, have got some strengths. I think the key issue will be playing Trent Boult if the ball swings a little bit early on. Because he swings it back in, Rohit has had trouble with that. If you cannot give Trent Boult a wicket in his first 3 or 4 overs, I think India have started well.
There's a bit of form in semi-finals too, isn't there? It's Virat Kohli's 3rd semi-final on the trot for India, but the semi I'm more interested in is the one that took place 11 years ago in the Under-19 World Cup, where Williamson and Kohli were up against each other, and Virat got Kane out with the ball.
A chubbier Virat and a clean-shaven Kane Williamson, but Virat used to bowl then, and I'm thinking if India go in again with 5 bowlers and at the 6 over mark one of the bowlers has an injury, I won't be surprised if Virat has to come in and bowl 4 overs again.
The composition of India's bowling is far from clear. We were going through it before we put the tape on. Any of 14, we probably wouldn't expect Agarwal to play, but of the others, the fact that Shami didn't play on Saturday, Chahal didn't play on Saturday, Jadeja did play on Saturday, Jadav didn't play, DK did. I mean, how do you think it'll piece together?
Look, there's a school of thought that says, can we bat Hardik Pandya at 6, Jadeja at 7, Bhuvneshwar would have batted 8 in the first game anyway, so let's... Instead of Dinesh Karthik, who's a pure batsman, Hardik's batting well. The top order's batting well. They've only lost a maximum of 1 wicket ever in a power play. Let's bat Hardik at 6, Jadeja at 7, Bhuvneshwar at 8, and we've got 6 bowling options. The other point of view is that in all the games India have played so far, the 6th bowling option, other than Jadav's 4 overs in the first game, has not been needed. Jadav's just bowled an over here or there. So why not strengthen your batting in the knockout and just play the 5 bowlers and back them to bowl 10 overs?
Well, what that would mean is that Shami possibly misses out. Can you believe after taking 4, then 4, then 5 to start his tournament belatedly? So you think Bhuvaneshwar will miss out? One or the other in that scenario?
Yes. The ideal scenario would be that you play all 3. But if you play all 3 and Hardik, you've only got room for 1 spinner. Depending on the conditions, that's a possibility too. Because Shami is giving you wickets at the start, but is expensive at the end. Bhuvi is not giving you the breakthrough at the start, but is good at the end. So that'd be a great combination to possess.
What we're really trying to say is we have absolutely no idea what they're going to do with selection. It's an easier equation.
A long time to say that.
We don't know. With Virat Kohli, he never keeps the same 11 2 games in a row. So he'll do what he wants to do at the toss, and I'm sure we'll back him in accordingly. As for New Zealand, Lockie Ferguson will be back from his niggle. He's rapid. Hey, he's unkempt. He keeps the shirt untucked, the long sleeves.
He's got a terrible moustache.
About a little bit better than mine, but neither of them are particularly crash hot. Big in for them. Kane Williamson said that he wants it to be a fresh start for his side with the bat, and they need that. They've lost badly the last 3 games.
If they go in thinking about their last 3 games, then they will lose. If they go in thinking, gee, who's going to score runs? Guptill hasn't scored a run. Neither Mundra nor Nichols are scoring runs. Taylor's just tailed off a little bit. Who's going to score runs? If they go thinking like that, they will lose. But New Zealand have always been good at the World Cup. But they've reached their limit at the World Cup, at most World Cups. So, all things considered, I still think India start huge favourites. But if India start to think the game's in the bag, then you're in trouble.
India do start favourites, but funny old things happen in World Cup semi-finals. We saw that 20 years ago in this country. So who's to know? What I do know is we'll be there throughout. We can't wait to bring it all to you for Crick Buzz Centre Stage. Adam Collins, Harsha Bhogle. We'll catch you afterwards.